Wow, y'all. Welcome to the energies of 2025. And can you feel a pulse? I'm curious if you can tune in. And we'll ask Karen about this as well as we get into the navigation and the streams that are available to us as as we step into more conscious creatorship in our own lives and choice, awareness, illumination. Um, discernment, excitement. There's so many factors for the alchemy as to the opportunities of where we can go and how we get there. Um, and it's a gift to have our guest say, Karin Tobiason, live with us as we finish off prediction week on Beyond the Ordinary show. But it's not just prediction so that we can have let me like it's that one thing that's going to make me happier. If this one thing comes through, then everything's going to be okay. Nah, this is a prediction of something that's birthing inside of you, and it's here for empowerment, for vision, for discernment, awareness against the same energies that are floating through. Um, and it's a powerful week to really kick off strong energies that I don't feel letting up anytime soon. The only thing is that we're becoming better navigators and stronger swimmers, which is beautiful, which means we get to have a lot more fun with it. So it's going to be an amazing call with Karen today. We're going to get into Q&A, so you guys raise your hand, get ready to ask your personal questions. But we're also going to talk to Karen about the Great Reset, what to expect spiritually in 2025. And with that, Karen, welcome to today's show. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much. It's always an honor to be with you and Chris and April and your beautiful community. Oh, I'm
Mm,
honored, honored. Thank you.
yeah. We are blessed to be surrounded by so many amazing beings. Um, the Great Reset, why are you calling this one the Great Reset in 2025?
We've been working towards this. We've been in it for about 10 years.
Mm,
We're going into the 20th year. And it's been really a struggle for many. It has been a tearing apart of human beings. It has really been really kind of messy energy. And I just want to honor absolutely every one of you here who has made a commitment to bring peace on earth, starting with bringing peace within yourself.
mm,
And because of all this work you've done by yourself and with all the rest of us, we have created a huge dismantling of all that has been oppressive.
mm,
That everything that has been of inequity, the patriarchal, the greed, and all of that the structures are just starting to dismantle and fall down. And as we heal ourselves, as we help heal others and stay in our heart, that is our only responsibility.
mm,
So let me, and that's just the way that I look at it. We're going to go through some stuff. And one of the reason that we're going to all be going through some stuff, my guides want me to say, you are all safe and everything's going to be okay. But we are all here now to ascend. And that includes those beautiful beings who volunteered to come in completely closed down. And so that ascension is going to, I'm going to say, it is going to look very similar to every time we had the walk on the dark side.
mm.
It's going to be messy and awful. And, our responsibility here, stay in our own peace, heal our love or heal our fears, get rid of the darkness, all the spooky wookies, just do everything that you've all been doing. Here's what's going to happen for us spiritually this year. So excited. You are being awakened. You think you were awakened last couple of dumps. You're being awakened, and everything is going to make perfect sense to you. The dots are going to connect in a way, and that is everything's going to be just crystal clear. It's almost like you're God looking down and going, oh yeah, this is the way it was supposed to be. You're going to experience going from feeling kind of like a random
Mm.
into your own perfection. You're going to see how powerful and how beautiful that you are. You're going to be stepping into a brand new frequency. And this isn't simply, this isn't simply like, oh, I'm, being. You're stepping into your full God creator self. You will see very, very clearly that every truth you find manifests. Every thought you have manifests. Every spooky wookie you heal and send back to the light heals. You are going to see that every feeling you have gives birth. You're going to see that every time your heart blossoms, that it's even going to become bigger and more.
Mm.
This is a huge shift. You're all very ready for it. You've been working on this. Some of you, have been working on this for 50 years. You're all ready. You're right where you're supposed to be. They want me to say again, you're safe. Everything's going to be okay. And you so got this. This is a huge shift. This is going to be a huge shift. Your understanding of everything will be crystalline clear. What has been ordinary for you will become, thank you, John, beyond the ordinary.
Mm.
Your layers of illusion will peel away. And you're going to feel a sense, you're going to have a knowing that you are just a piece of the golden light thread meant to be here now, that you will fall together. You're going to weave with every other golden thread here in perfect completion and lay this beautiful golden woven blanket of peace and love and light down on this planet. The curtains are going to be pulled back. You're going to experience again how every thought you've ever had is important. Everything you've loved is important. Everything that you're good at has been crucial to us moving forward to this point. And you're going to be so tuned in. You're going to be very clear as to your path, your purpose, and why you came here. Every little coincidence, every little synchronicity will tie into your greater purpose. You are going to be in amazement with the magic. You are a major player at this time for the bigger plan. So every one of you who knows you're here to do something really big, you are.
Mm.
And it is much bigger than even I think you can put your little mind brain around at this point. You will see the silliness of you thinking you were just a little tiny blip on the screen that didn't matter. And that rather you're playing a major, major, major role of connecting everybody together. And the picture that my guides showed me, which was so beautiful, as we are all used to being in our heart, in our light, all of our light shines up, and the whole universe is going to be able to experience the light shining through for the very first time in thousands and thousands of years. coming from Earth. This is also going to be able to ignite other universes, other planets, solar systems, whatever you call them, that are stuck in a timeline. We will also be able to bring them out. So this is not about bringing peace on Earth. This is about us being a major role player in bringing peace into the universe. Inner wisdom will replace your cognitive analysis and sometimes confusion. You're just going to know. Your answers have always been there, just underneath the surface, waiting for you to remember them. And you will. Everything will come from within. You will no longer have to go without for anything at all. Everything is going to become in. For those of us who, most of us here have brought in a lot of, karma. We've brought in a lot of ancestral agreements. We have, really volunteered to really be wounded in this life so that we could experience those wounds and we could heal. And we not only, a testament to how powerful you are, you not only said, no, bring all the karma. If there's any extra karma that nobody else is willing to take, I'll take that one too. I'm going to clean my whole ancestral line. I'm going to just get beaten down to the point where, I don't even think I can make it. And I'm going to do it during the reset. I am going to do it when there is so much fear in the world, where it looks like the world's coming apart. So if anybody has ever felt less than great, that you are so great, you knew you had this to come forward. You're going to be able to release powerful emotions that no longer align with who you are. And it's almost going to feel like like a tea kettle that has been, boiling and screaming for a while, and just lift the lid and it's gone and you're healed. The more you trust, the clearer everything will become. And welcome to this next step of ascension. Welcome to this golden era. And I want most of you know this, but I want to just remind you that the golden, we've had many, many times on the history of this planet with the golden eras. And that is when slave shackles have been cut. Ours have all been cut. And humans have been unshackled. They have practiced doing what we are doing right now, becoming our God selves. It is during the golden eras that all of the great literature that is still very important today was done. The art was created during a golden era. All the architecture was created, the music, the art. And so what this time is for us to do, we have the same opportunity to bring what we're good at, what we love, what signature fingerprint we want to put onto this planet. And it has, because of the energy, it has the potential to be very significant 7,000, 10,000, 20,000 years from now. So, this is an amazing time. This is why we all fought so hard to be here. And this is the year that we are really going to be stepping in to our greater knowing. Up until now, we have, the ascension hit. We were nothing worked the way that we thought it would work. We had to learn new ways to be a God creator. We had to identify with being our God creator selves, which is hard for many of us. And this is where we're mastering. I think it'd be really fun to do that.
Hmm.
Ta-da. So that is what we are going to be doing this year.
Wow. Wow. I love the way that you're reporting this and your vision for it. And I can feel the truth of it. And we have lots of comments. People are really resonating with the truth of what you're speaking. I'm, I'd love to hear your share about the great reset in context to there's sometimes there's a fear that when there's a great reset or we talk about the old structures not working, that things have to collapse before they can be built back up. What version of suffering do we have to experience during a reset?
We know what suffering is. And during this new reset, we have all been in a lot of suffering.
Mm,
We have been practicing just bringing our own peace in. We've been healing like it's never going to end. We've
mm,
been healing energies. We've been working at it so hard. We've all been kind of holding hands. I always say, and singing Kumbaya in our peace. And
mm,
this beautiful blanket of peace that we have all created together, each one individually with the golden threads of everybody else, has lifted, and it is the lifting of love and peace that is dismantling the fear.
mm,
So we've done most of the fear work now. Everybody's safe. We're going to be okay. We're going to go through some stuff.
mm. And I think fear that does come up, it's clearing some of what's there. Some of the fear is a reflex that isn't necessarily the truth as well. And really pausing for a minute to just notice the reflex rather than the reality is going to be really important as well, I believe.
Well, because of the work that we have been doing and we will continue to do, we've got everything we need. We all, and we're all watching LA on fire, and our hearts are breaking.
Mhm,
And rather than being afraid that a windstorm is going to blast it over to us, where our hearts are opening for the human condition.
mhm. Yes.
Our hearts are opening for the animals. Our hearts are opening for, Mother Gaia, the trees, the plants,
Mhm.
the beauty.
Yeah, I think we're realizing how intentional we really can be and truly are.
Yeah, yeah, everything is our intention.
Mhm.
If
Wow,
we intend to bring peace on earth, just like, oh, there it is. That's what
there
God
it is.
did.
Hmm. Well, and
Or
what you spoke about earlier is really resonant for me as well because I do find that as I'm having an emotion, a physical manifestation of that emotion comes in. As I'm having a creative thought, the opportunity for that comes in. Now, all these alignments that are occurring with that precognitive type of creation, but it's not, it's all happening simultaneously. But what's also happening, I'm also having, and I can feel it very strongly over the last month, an awareness of certain memories that I haven't thought about. They're long gone, but like this purging from my physical body and from my energetic system, those those tendrils, those lines of limitations or even reconciliation, we'll call it,
Mhm.
of something that is cleansing my particular field because something new is emerging. It's fascinating. And I can't speculate whether that's happening now or not. It just is. It's happened so often that I can't deny it anymore.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's
Very
been
profound.
what's been your personal experience with this reset? What is shifting in your reality and in your creations, if anything? Or not shifting, but or maybe what's amplifying?
What's amplifying for me the greatest is um knowing that right now my job and my only job is to stay very quiet and focused
Mm.
on my own, I'm going to say, experience,
Hmm.
because I'm being taught, and I believe many of you are also being taught the same thing, being taught to get quiet and start paying attention to how you feel. I describe it as kind of watery. And, how do you feel? And if something comes in and it doesn't feel good, yippee, something to heal, off to the
Hmm.
light. And what I'm learning is that as I'm really quiet and kind of, paying attention to this watery, quiet flow, if something really kind of beautiful happens, I'm watching my emotional center attached to it, and it blows up into a picture.
Wow.
And I think that what the purpose of them showing this to me and to anybody else who is experiencing this is just be aware that when the spooky wookies come in, you've just volunteered to heal something that has nothing to do with you, and get rid of it so you don't worry and create more worry or
Mm.
create more of what you don't want.
What's the process of healing it? Because there's so many techniques, so many stages, so many tools, so many past life regressions, so many things to that are here trying to assist us in easing that pain. What's your direct approach? Or I am almost kind of giving it away, y'all. But if you can please share, yeah.
So my guides make everything very easy, and I love that. So what my approach is I work primarily with two spiritual laws. The first spiritual law is everything sent back to the light must go. So if I don't like it, it goes back to the light to be transmuted back to love and light. And then I
Mm,
go take a nap and reboot,
mm,
reset. If I love it, let's attach our emotions to it. If our heart blossoms, you've just given birth to a brand new thing. But it's being aware of, and when we do that, what happens is this big new dream comes in, and then it starts squeezing out all of the things that have prevented it from coming in last year.
mm,
And then those are going to show up as spooky bookies. Who do I think I am? I'm not good enough. I'm not lucky like everybody else. I'm too scared. What if people don't like me? Whatever we go through, and then those are the pictures. It's like, yippee, something to
mm,
heal. And I send it back to the light. So I work with two major things. A thought becomes a thing, our words become a thing, and our emotions become a thing. And so just always be aware of what I'm thinking, what I'm saying, how I'm feeling. And if I don't like it, off to the light it goes.
mhm. Beautiful. It's, Linda wrote in a comment, and I'm gonna condense it just a little bit because I want to get to a point that I think is really important. Linda writes, but there's a lot of distractions that are keeping us from that. How can
Mm-hmm.
we be in this presence of really commanding the energy that we choose to hold the standard with, as opposed to being, saying that we want to hold it, saying that, we want to send that back to light so it can be shifted, but then being distracted, um, or getting off of the intention and something else pulling us energetically, emotionally, or physically, back into that chaotic energy.
I love this question. So the distraction is just a distraction, and its purpose is for you to learn mastery of staying
Mm,
focused on what you are creating and how you want to feel when that creation comes in and how you want it to look and all of that. The best way, what I do, because it's when I was a slave, I was a really good slave, hardworking slave. I feel guilty if I'm not doing something. And so what I will do, I'm a painter. I love to paint. I'll just grab a canvas and just start throwing some paint on it. And when I also cook, and when I paint or when I cook, I go into a still point. I go into a real quiet thing because I'm just loving what I'm doing. And there's something so important about that higher frequency of doing nothing.
Mm.
It actually helps the distraction just solve itself. Um, I hope that made sense.
It makes a lot of sense. I really appreciate that. Thank you for that. I think I want to get into some Q&A if you're ready.
Hey, I
Like,
love Q&A.
people with their hands raised already and promoted to panelists. So we're going to take live calls. Y'all feel free to type your question in the chat box if you want to raise your hand and come on live. We'd love to meet you live and take your questions that way. Before I take my first caller, also, we'll get into the special offer a little bit later. Uh, Karen's leaving 4 or 5 weeks, I think, 4 weeks.
4 weeks, I think.
4 weeks into just amazing energies, and then the opportunity to have a one-on-one session with her as well, which is profound. So we'll get into the special offer a little bit later, but want to make you aware that it is available, and you're going to get a beautiful sampling of that right now. So with that, why don't we start first with Catherine? Welcome to today's call. And what's your question for Karen?
Hi, Karen. I just wanted to know what maybe this year may bring for me more personally in the ascension, and if there's something that I can do to help the collective in my process. So some kind of overview what my year kind of looks like in that.
Oh, they're saying all the blessings from everywhere coming in for you.
Hmm.
They're saying that they just you've been doing your work. You have been really helping so many people. Your energy goes out and really works with people a lot. They're saying you're already kind of feeling a couple of your synchronicities are kind of connecting for you right now. And they just want you to know that they want everything that you're thinking about for this next year. You've created them. You have already went, oh, this would be really fun. Oh, this sounds really good. I think this is what I want. So what they want you to do is take each one of those in. They want you to take each of those little plans. And they want you to try it back on. Is it still what I want? Does it still feel as yummy as it did when I first created it? Can I make it even better? Can I make it even bigger? Can I make it even more fulfilling? Can I figure out a way to like tweak it so I am going to be so much more blissful when it comes in? And what you're going to find is you've created a lot. You have a lot out there, but they want you to kind of figure out which one is going to make you, which one of them is going to make your tail wag if you were a puppy. And so excited you're going to jump up and run around the table. I just like, woo, this is so exciting. And then just know that that one will come in.
Hmm.
Know the next thing that's going to happen for you is you're going to have, that big dream is going to start pushing out some of the things that have prevented it from coming in last year. And just, I want you to look at it and go, yippee, something to heal. and just send it to the light and it must go. You can be flippant, you can be very formal, you can command it to the light, you can do whatever you want. You can, you could grab a wooden spoon and smack it back to the light. Just have fun with it, let it go. And this is going to be one of the best years you've ever had.
Mm.
You've created a lot. Now they just want you to pick what you want.
Beautiful. Catherine, I have a question for you.
Sure.
And I don't know the answer either way. I'm curious. Is there any part of you that maybe struggles with not believing that you deserve that goodness?
I think more and more I'm allowing myself to believe that. I think, that was harder before, but as things, like I am working on trying to be worthy and to receive for some time. And so I think it's getting a little easier for me to believe that I'm worthy.
Mm. Beautiful. Come back and listen to the replay, and any of us who have any of those beliefs, and we think that we're working towards things. And again, listen to what Karen said earlier about removing that slave program, right? We're
Yeah.
working towards something. We have to earn it. We have to do these things. Um, I think that you believe that you are worthy of it. But there's a humility that holds us back also. And
Yeah.
I suggest to all of us, let's just own what it is that we want, dive straight into it, and stop hemming and hawing back and forth for whatever political correctness or whatever politeness it may be,
Mhm.
that taught us that we have to beat around the bush about it.
Thank
So,
you.
and an invitation to own it. And Karen, I'd love if you talk more about the working towards something and I'm trying to, and that type of energy that's coming through.
Um, what is I'm going to ask every one of you to go back to
Mm,
just one time in your life that you were the very happiest you have ever been. You were blissful. You felt unstoppable.
mm,
And I want you to I want you to go in and grab that little nugget of how you felt emotionally. And how you felt was blissful and curious, and you were forward moving. You were in this beautiful place. You felt loved and supported, and that is the frequency that you need to get back to in order to have that beautiful bliss.
mm. Beautiful, Karen. Thank you for that.
Why do I feel like that made no sense?
It made sense. It made a lot of sense, actually. I totally followed along. Catherine, blessings to you for an amazing year of 2025. Good question.
Yes, and thank you both.
Hmm.
Yeah, I cannot wait to see you next year and have you come up and go, you would not believe what I created.
I would love to be telling you all that.
We have a date.
We're expecting the report. Yes.
Yes, we
Okay,
have a date.
Amazing.
thank you.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
You're so worthy.
thank you.
Beautiful. All right, Claudia, let's go to you. Welcome. And let me get you to unmute your microphone, please, if you can find that unmute button.
Found it.
Oh,
Awesome.
there you are. Okay.
All week I've been hearing find the mute button, and here I am. Oh my gosh. Yeah, so hi.
Hello.
Yeah, so I've been wanting to create I'm in the process of creating a space, talking about creation. And so I just looking forward to having more space to create. So I was wondering when that would occur. I'm already in the process of creating, so I am creating like within the space that I do have, and I'm grateful for the space I do have. Except, like I just want to expand that and like go beyond that and like push the boundaries and just be able to create more and have the space available for others to come and create with us.
Okay. I'm so tempted to just keep tell us more. How many people do you want to be able to comfortably invite in?
Well, at least maybe like 20 people.
Okay, to start with, or is that really where you are at your sweet spot?
I feel like that's a comfortable, maybe, okay, maybe like 20 to 30.
Okay, I want you to I want you to I want you to really think about how that's going to do. I want you to keep creating, and I don't know if if this is a structure or if it's just like a piece of land or what it is, but I want you to just like, okay, I want this, I'm so looking forward to like walking in here, and all of these walls have been expanded out. They've been,
Yeah.
repainted, or they're done in glass, and they're just so beautiful. And I just like, this is so me. I am so excited about this space. And I actually can feel my energy being uplifted because it's so beautiful and because it's so much me. And I want to be able to, and really go into it.
Yeah,
And
and
then,
there's a lot of that for sure.
yes, okay. And then go take a nap.
Hmm.
Team, tell your team, okay, you guys know what we're doing. Go take a nap, get out of their way, and then ask for proof that they're doing something about it.
Ask for proof that they're doing something about it. Okay. Because I've
Okay.
been writing and manifesting it, but I've been like really dreaming about it, because I want to have
You're
an area where
dreaming.
it's like a rainbow room where you walk into and it's like there's just like rainbow reflections coming in, and everybody, like, people can go into there and it just like have that silence and have like that light just hit them and just like bathe in the rainbow light.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, you're doing it. They just want you to keep doing that. And if you created something yesterday that you went, no, 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 this could be so much better, go back and jizz it up. Yeah.
Okay, sounds great. Thank
Beautiful.
you very
Yeah,
much for the encouragement to
yeah,
continue.
Claudia,
no,
I was
you're
going to say,
doing.
Claudia, I really love what you're bringing in and the energy that you're bringing in. When you're creating this, are you asking a question because you doubt it can be manifested, or because you know it's supposed to be manifested and it's just not happening fast enough?
The second one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
And
I
how
want
many?
it so bad.
Yeah.
It's not only for me, it's like for the community too, to have a place to come together.
Beautiful. And how
Yeah.
many of y'all can relate to what Claudia's sharing? It's like, I know, and it's not getting here fast enough, but I can feel it. And sometimes we have to wait for the people that we're serving to be ready for us as well. Sometimes our guides are getting things in such order so that it aligns us for the grace of how we're being of service to the calling as well. So there's such love in the creation when we know. And I know it's hard, but it's always like, come on already. I've been waiting for you. It's ready. I can feel it. But that's when I love when Karen says, hey, go jizz that energy out into the
Yeah, and I'm so
world,
excited about
and
it.
then hurry
Yeah.
up and wait. Hurry up and go take a nap.
Yeah, exactly. So right now I am in the waiting process, so I can just feel it, and I'm feeling it, like get amped up like day by day, and it's just like becoming more and more real. And I feel like the closer I get, like the more anxious I get. So I have to say like, okay, it's gonna happen. Just slow down and don't get over anxious, because then that's when we trip over a bad stone
No,
that
I want
we
to
don't want.
no, actually what that like that kind of like frenetic energy is,
Uh-huh.
that's excitement. That's not anxiety.
Oh, the excitement. Yes.
Yeah, the other thing that my guides want you to know is that and this is for many of you that feel like you're waiting for a big dream to come in,
Yeah.
is there's also divine timing that has to do with it. And sometimes there's a little bit of a course correct in the direction you're going, because they know your destiny. They know your highest and best and what you want and what's going to make you happy. They have been with you since you were a little tiny girl making magic with the and so they know every little piece of what is going to really be beautiful for you. And so sometimes it's delayed for you to stumble back on it and go, oh, I forgot. I want fairies. I want live fairies in this.
Yes, bring those fairies.
Yeah. And I'm just making that up, but so they sometimes when it doesn't come in immediately or when you think it should, you still have some more creating or they're course correcting, and they just want to make sure that when they deliver, it is so much better than you could have ever imagined.
Yes.
What they're
Beautiful, Claudia.
responding to, is your emotional happiness and blossoming of your heart when you're talking about it.
Oh, thank
Claudia,
you very
blessings to
much.
you. Yeah,
Thank you,
it's
you
just
too. The fairies are
yeah.
packing. I can feel it. They're
Yeah,
coming in.
okay,
My
yeah, we have a date next year. Come back and tell us about it.
Amazing. Thank you, Claudia.
What-
All right. We have a question that came in from Lorraine. Lorraine writes, hi, Karen. I'm coming out of several heavy years of trauma, grief, and physical illness. My resilience, focus, and energy were depleted, and I've been very vulnerable. With this, I fell back into old habits of anxiety and worry. Now I'm focusing on healing, growing, and moving forward, even though many parts of my life are uncertain. Do you have any suggestions for letting go of the habit of worry?
Hmm. Yeah, love, I'm looking at your energy and rather than looking at these as habits of worry, I want you to have a little bit of a realization that you're empathing other people's worrying about you. And what happens is somebody will worry about you, you'll tap right in because you're very clairsentient, you're very clear empathetic, and then you'll start worrying, and then that worry will go back to that other person who loves you, and the worry will be greater and greater. So what they would prefer that you practice doing rather than empathing and then just batting these feelings back and forth is when you first feel that worry in your space, it's probably going to kind of show up to you as if it is like, I'm going to call it an X-ray. You're very clear what it is. You're very clear what to be worried about. And what they just want you to do is you're a healer. What they want you to do is think that scan for coming in with the worry. And then they want you to command that scan go back to the light, to be transmuted back to love and light. And no, you cannot harm anybody by doing that. But all you're doing is you are healing that batting back and forth. It's like a tennis ball going back and forth of worry, and you're assuming it's all you. It's not. So go ahead and send it back to the light, and then go take a nap
Here you go.
and reset. But that worrying and that what you're calling a habit is it is your empathing.
That's beautiful. Yeah, thank you for that awareness, Karen. And thank you so much for writing in and asking about it.
Yeah,
It
beautiful.
feels like sometimes we judge ourselves for going into what we think are old patterns, but really it's a deeper reconciliation that's happening also. It's actually we have reached certain levels of mastery with the energy that we can actually go in deeper in ways that we couldn't before. It's not an easy road necessarily, but again, if you follow the guidance that's so nurturing and supportive for who you be at this moment, um, it can ease a lot of the concerns about the path that you're navigating. which is beautiful. And it's also why I'm excited that y'all are going to have the opportunity to go deeper with Karin in the private reading and in the 4 workshops that she's offering and the special offer. So we're going to go through that now. We'll get into more Q&A and an amazing facilitation that's still ready to come through. But the link for the special offer, y'all, is in the chat box. Click on the blue link. You can also find the special offer on beyondtheordinaryshow.com/marketplace. And you'll click on Karin's picture where it says special offer, and it'll open up to that your access to, again, the courses and the personal reading. And Karin, if you would you guide everybody through what they will receive and what the course is about, and also what they can go through in personal readings with you?
I, let me talk about the reading. I don't remember what I wrote.
I will share the page, so we'll get to that
Okay,
here in a
thank
little
you.
bit.
So what you can expect with a reading for me, it's 60 minutes. And what my process is I invite your guides and angels to come in, do a rendezvous with mine, and just tell me what they want you to know. So I never tell you anything that you don't know, but I can oftentimes confirm what you're hoping for, and if there's any kind of roadblocks or any kind of little tweaks you need to make that come in easier, we go ahead and just take care of that right then and there. And I never know how a reading is going to go, but it's very, very rare that I have anybody get out of a reading from me that doesn't say something to the effect of, I've never felt this hopeful about my future.
Love
So
that.
I really, if you kind of feel like you're in a drudgery, you're in a circle, please take advantage of this offer. I think it'll be life-changing.
Oh, it's absolutely amazing what comes through. It's empowering, and I love in my sessions with you, I'll show up and I think I might have a question, but the guys just come in. It's like boom, 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 boom. And they can ask questions afterwards, but it's so direct, which I really appreciate. And of course, if I have a question where I'm needing a little more support or emotional kind of witnessing, uh, that's available. But I love being so efficient with you and the guides. It's absolutely amazing. So much happens in an hour.
Yeah, it goes so fast. And I can often tap into your Akashic record. I can always tap into your Akashic records. And if there's something you've been struggling with, let's just take care of it immediately. If you need to understand something that's just confusing you, we'll just go right in and you'll leave with a lot of clarity with that as well.
Hmm.
Um, so.
And then we're going to go into the
Oh, let's see, what am I
4 hour
doing
live
here?
Zoom courses.
Okay, let's see.
Can you see my screen?
I can see your screen. I'm just at the Great Reset. So it's a 4-week class. These are all the things, if you're struggling with any of these personal challenges, this is going to be really important for you. I'm just reading one here. You often feel as if you're doing it wrong or going to do it wrong. Nothing that you've learned about manifesting success seems to work any longer, not knowing or trusting your life purpose. You feel exhausted, any of those types of things. So
I also love this one. You know, you're here like you're to do something big, but you're not quite sure how to get there, right?
right. Yeah. You
Yeah.
know, you're here to do something big, and then you start feeling like maybe you're not right about it because why aren't you doing it?
Hmm.
So, there we go. Week 1. So this is a 4-week live Zoom call. I always leave room for question and answers. If you're not able to attend, you can email in your question and I'll try to get to it. And otherwise, I record everything so the replay will be available. Let's see, what did I say we're doing? We're going to start at the beginning with an overview of this Great Reset and what we're supposed to do with it. what did we agree to do with our counsel from the other side? So we're going to be taking a trip back to help us remember. We'll be handing over the remainder of our slave status personas and stepping up into our God creator selves. And again, plenty of time will be made for Q&A. On week 2, I'm sorry for reading this. I should have pulled it up. I just don't remember what I said. What I do, we're going to really talk about where the darkness comes from, what the darkness is, how it shows up, why it looks so frightening, why it's all of these things, and just get you really comfortable. My goal is to get you excited when it comes in, that you literally, yippee, something to heal. As you heal one little piece within you, you heal it within the whole planet. And so it's just, you're so much more important than you might have ever thought you are. So we're really going to go into that. Week 3, we're going to be talking about, it's like kind of the dots connecting on the perfection of every choice you've ever made, on what you might have felt like was the biggest mistake of your life. You just collected some data on what you didn't want. You healed a lot of your ancestral oftentimes through that. And so we're really going to just look at the perfection of your every choice, your every decision, and why you're interested in what you're interested in, why you chose this path to be on. And just really, my goal for this is that you're going to walk away and go, God, look how perfect I was. I did everything right.
Love that. And week 4.
Week 4. I'm going to go through, so many of you have come forth with so much karma. Some of it yours, some of it just like, oh, I'll take it just because I'm, just because I'm like amazing. And how to just release it all without having to relive it. When we came forth and we were shackled, we were slaves, we knew we had to feel it to heal it. We're gods. We're God creators. We're children of God. We do not need to relive anything any longer. We just need to release and recreate our new worlds. And so I'm going to be really working on mastering that piece for you. And again, on week 4, I have plenty of time for Q&A.
And those are 4 weeks. That's $125 for package A, y'all. If you add the private session with Karin, the reading, it goes up to $175 where you get the classes, the webinars, the guidance, the energies with Karin. Again, plus 60 minutes, and that's $175 for both special offers combined. The classes, by the way, it's listed on the special offer page, but it begins February 8th. February 8th through the 15th. I'm sorry, starting January 18th.
January 8th, yeah. Yeah, I need to skip Feb 1.
Yeah.
And so
18th, 25th, 8th, and the 15th at 12 p.m. Pacific. There will be replays available. If you can't ask your question live, type it in and Karin will try to answer it for you. But these are amazing. I know you just finished the last one for BTO not too long ago.
I think last week.
Yeah, and then we're jumping into another one. So this is phenomenal, y'all. I hope you all take advantage of the special offer. The sessions of Karin are incredible. And what an amazing opportunity for the new year. And with that, Karin, can we go ahead and jump into some more Q&A?
Let's jump in,
All
yes.
right, Donna, let's jump in with you first. Welcome.
Hi, me, Donna.
You, Donna.
Hi, Donna.
Hi, Karin. How are you? I love your energy, and you and John both have such impeccable present moment awareness. And I love that you forgot what you wrote, because you were so present when you wrote it and when you created it, and now you're in this now moment. So you can't remember that now moment anymore because you're in your new creation. I just love it. I had several questions. It's clear to me, I'll narrow it down to one.
I was going to say, yeah, please narrow it down.
It's clear to me that have been being prepared. I wake up every day feeling changed and just more me. um, energetically, my DNA.
Ooh, yep.
We were talking about the news. I just feel like I have a room full of guides talking to all your guides. It's distracting almost. Um, in the new way that you were speaking of, I know the answer is yes, but I would like your interpretation, your words for it. Do we retain our uniqueness? And how does our physicality change, if at all? Mine specifically.
Oh, interesting question.
Mm.
You do not retain your individuality, you rediscover who you really are
Mm.
by releasing who you were told you were
Mhm,
and what your experiences you interpreted as to who you are.
mhm,
So what you retain about it is if you go all the way back to when you were a tiny little girl and just focused with your love and your knowing and your power and your unstoppability, that never goes away.
mhm,
What
Mm.
goes away is who do you think you are? You need to be quiet. You're causing too much ruckus here. You're not all that. Stop.
mhm,
Be quiet. We don't care what you have to say. It's not important. That is what goes away.
mhm,
And so you're going to be taking all of who, yeah. So you're gonna have memories of really being powerful. God, it's hard to even explain. It's really big. So I think the second part of your question is has to do with you being a light source versus being a body. And so what that process is when you were a slave, everything was about your body. Everything was about your body. You were a solid. You were just kind of like a solid. You were an ice cube. And then the ascension energy came down, and and your ice cube started to melt. And now everything's gotten kind of watery. And you actually probably have felt, or what's actually happened recently, is that when the light came down, our normal auric fields, which may have only been out like 2 feet, 5 feet, 10 feet, have literally expanded like hundreds of feet out.
yes,
And the way that we were communicating with our team all of a sudden got a little bit, it wasn't quite as clear. It just got a little bit more watery. And the reason of that is they want us focused on the ripples in the water for us so when those pictures or those feelings come in, we're aware of them coming in. We're aware whether or not they feel good or feel bad, and we send them out. And we are mastering that piece right now.
right.
The next step that we're going to feel, and this has been so powerful, is your water is going to evaporate into steam. You're always going to be aware of your body. Your responsibility is to take care of it as if it's, the car that's going to usher you around this blue planet. You'll always take beautiful care of it, love it, respect it, do what it needs to be really, really healthy. But you're going to be the next step is going to be a little bit more airy, just a little bit more airy. When I stepped into this, I had several major healings that I just they were just kind of, stuck in my DNA. I don't even know where it was, but I literally felt like the steam just like, and out
Mm.
it went. And literally it left, and it was like, oh my God, I don't even recognize who I am right now. I have nothing to do with my old story. I have nothing to do with my old limitations. And so that is kind of in a nutshell what we're looking at.
Yes, that happened to me. It was in the
Okay.
nighttime. It happens to me most often, and it was like my dream was a series. It was like watching a bunch of film previews, but I felt every emotion, good, bad, everything in between, and I couldn't even hold it long enough to hold on to it because it was like it was all being shown to me and assimilated into one thing and dissolved into just who I am now. Felt like
Feels
lifetimes worth, even ancestral, other people's stuff, and
all of it.
it's
Yep.
amazing.
Beautiful, Donna. Congratulations. And
Beautiful.
thank you for the question, and thank you for the amazing answer to that, Karen. Blessings,
Yes,
Donna. Good to see you.
congratulations. You're there.
Amazing.
I still can't see the future, but I'm trying not to go, what now? What next? I'm just
Yeah.
letting it happen.
Beautiful. Keep letting it, Donna.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
Beautiful.
right, let's continue. Mari, welcome.
Yay.
Yay, there you are. How are you?
My God. Karen and John, thank you so much. Like when that first scale went on, I think her name was Catherine, and you said all these big blessings were coming in.
Mhm.
I wanted to say, I want more of that.
You
Very
did.
quickly. No. Okay. One question. About 3 months ago, I got up one day and looked in the mirror and I turned like into an old woman or something overnight. And I go, this isn't me. It was like a different person. I've had months of severe allergic itching all over my body. At night, it's unreal. Nobody knows what it is. But I've done the doctor thing, this, that. Can you help me with this? Is this karmic? Is this spooky wookies? Because it's taking a lot of my physical energy to deal with it, hot and cold. Ice feels good, actually, on it. It's very pronounced. I can't wear makeup. It's all over. It's on my face, my bones, especially my neck, and a lot of my bone in my body. Any thoughts?
Yeah, the very first thing is you're absolutely correct. This is past life. And it's also karmic and it's also ancestral. And what I think is so brilliant about what you've done is you just kind of made an agreement that let's just have it all come in so I can heal in one fell swoop. And that's what I'm getting. And I love if the ice feels good, put that ice back on there. Just put the ice back on there. What they what they want you, my guide showed me a really kind of interesting healing modality, and I want to share that with you. What they told me to do is if you have anything that is, that you would like to have healed, in your imagination, just imagine that you are just kind of stepping out of your skin. And you're putting your whole skin, all of your skin, just outside your body, but in your auric field. And I want you to just kind of like, just see it there. And then I want you to lift the skin suit and take it outside of your auric field. And I want you to assign it a face. not your face, maybe a cartoon face, a puppy face, something. And then I want you to just observe the face. And what I have found is that the face will start acting out and will let you know what you're trying to heal. And as you let it just kind of, act out and do its thing, you're a beautiful healer. And you know that you are able to heal anything and everything just by observing and witnessing it. And observe it and witness it and love it. And I think you're going to get your answer. But this feels like a accumulation of a lot of things. If it feels good to put ice on it, just like I'm happy to put ice on it.
Beautiful. Mari and everybody who wants to follow the process and listen to it again or even write it down, we'll have the replay up shortly after the call ends tonight. And replays always on the website, beyondtheordinaryshow.com/replay. And of course, we'll send an email out, but watch that. And Mari, it sounds like you've got some conjuring to do. Amazing. And get to see how powerful and how supportive you are.
Do I put a different face on it every time?
No, it's just easier to just give it the same face. And it'll really act out the first time. It will really act out the first time. And then the second time that you do it, it'll be softer and gentler. It may actually tell you exactly what it wants. Everybody's experience is just a little bit different.
Is this a spooky wookie thing?
I'm going to call it a spooky wookie. I refer to spooky wookie as anything you don't like or want or feel uncomfortable with. It looks like a past life. It looks like it's generational. I'm ancestral as well. And knowing how, just beautiful and powerful you are, you just said, let me just heal all of it at one fell swoop.
Beautiful. All right, Mari, blessings to you. Thank you for coming on today.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Let's
Beautiful.
continue. Let's go to Deborah. Welcome.
Oh man, this is thank you, John and Karen. I'm just crawling out of my suit. Oh, funny thing. But worry was just there. I guess I'm really thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to do what you just told Mar to do. Oh, everything, Karen, that you're sharing is just I'm just like vibrating with excitement and just love. Like, yeah, okay. I'm not sure that I want to go quite the same as Mara and say come all in, but I'm very not at all understanding anything in my Akashic records. But my question was just sort of whatever you want to tell me. I'm kind of curious about my future. I feel like it's a big question. The wait, as you say, has been long, and the suffering has been quite arduous along the way. And I am to that point where I can look at it and say, oh, this is okay. I can take that in. And yeah, in it, I think I have just lost the understanding of my purpose. I feel it's something
there you go.
Fairly big, but I hadn't. It looks. I know the timing is a perfect timing, and I know it will be there. But
well, let's see what Karen sees for you, because but you're asking. So let's ask.
Number one, they want you to just they want you to offer yourself the gift of radical forgiveness. Just radical forgiveness. What the reason it's so quiet, the reason you don't know what it is. However, I love that you said, no, I'm vibrating. I'm loving this because that's what it is. That resonated with you. That's where you're going. Many of us that were raised with a belief system that we had to ask for permission, that we needed to, I look at it with the relationship that we had with our guides as a slave was one of supplicants. Oh, what's my next step? Please just guide me one more time. Just let me know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what to do. And stepping into your God creator, what your guides are expecting you to do is tell them what you want. Tell them what you want to experience, and then they will lean in. So it wouldn't surprise me at all to find out from you that, well, no, I go in to talk to them and they're not even there. God lost my file, right? And it's because you go in and go, oh no, what am I supposed to do? And they're like, the only difference between you and all of them is you volunteered to come forth in a body, collect all the trauma and data that you need in order for you to bring peace on earth. And that doesn't mean get out there and peace on earth. That means starting with yourself. And so I tell that story because they want you, they want you, kind of walking in circles and going, oh, wouldn't this be great if I could have that? And feeling it and waiting for that emotional, unit to come, to latch into it, to get excited, to expand it out, and then hand it to them. I don't care how you guys do it. This is how I want to feel. And send it over. But that is all they're asking you to do. This is all about you having a personal choice. I'm going to tell you a story that I think is really, I love this. My guides told me this a while ago. So in the Bible, never read the Bible, but they always have me quoting it for some reason. In the Bible, it was written that, God showed up and he created the whole universe in 6 days. And then on the 7th day, he napped. They never talk about what God did on the 8th day. That's what we're here to do. What God did on the 8th day was looked around at all of his creations and went, whew, I love this. I love that. I can do better here. I'm going to send that one to the life and I'm going to recreate that. So you are God on God's 8th day.
Oh, beautiful. Deborah, would you be open up to an experiential exercise?
Yes, I would. I actually think that I've done some of the attempting to manifest and that, but obviously I'm still in my own way.
We're all still, by the way. We're all still.
Yes, I would be.
We're all still.
I always
We're all
love
still
that.
getting to the next thing, all still waiting for the next experience, all still like hurry up and wait, right?
Yes, yes.
And we're going there anyway. So it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. We don't have to worry about it. We're just being pulled forward.
I know.
And I want to share this with the biggest of heart and hope that you receive it at the truth of which I'm sharing it with. I want you to find a love song that lights up your heart, that puts you in tears. And listen to it every night and feel yourself receiving the essence of that love song, whatever it may be. Whatever it may be. Feel the emotions. Feel it welling up. Feel your body magnetizing to that which it's hungering for, if you will. It's looking for the vibrational match. Give yourself permission to bathe in it for a while. I don't want you to listen to it more than a few times in an evening, but I do want you to listen more than once. The second time you listen, I want you to feel and hear that love song like you're singing that love song to yourself. You are who you've been waiting for. You are who you're waiting to show up. You are your purpose, love. And then we amplify this, all the reflections of that divinity within you will show up as mirrors for that which you're open to receiving within yourself. And so the exercises, you know your love, you know what you're capable of. Call yourself back home.
Ah,
Call yourself back home and let that be your guidepost for everything that you believe that you're waiting for, because you'll just be in the joy of being it, and the outside expression of the purpose, the job, the business, the relationship, wherever it is, it's just
mm,
icing on the cake. But what amazing, amazing icing that we get to witness divinity outside of ourselves in this human realm. Wow. Wow. That's what we're stepping into. That's what we've been waiting for. That's what we're remembering. After you listen to the love songs and you sing it and you feel it back to yourself, do what Karin says. Go take a nap. Go take a nap and let that just fill you up with the truth of what brought you to emotions and tears as you heard the symphony of light penetrating your every cell and emotions. How beautiful is that?
amazing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I hope you do that beginning tonight.
I hope I do.
Yeah.
It's
Good.
a,
Thank you
it's
so
a
much.
technique.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, John. Karin, you're just amazing. And John, I know anytime you add on, it's like it's the icing.
I get to be the icing all the time. I've got the best job in the world.
You do. And you do it so well. You're the best icing spreader I know.
I'm the icing on top of the icing on top of the icing. It's awesome. Um,
But Karen's still adding more icing.
oh
Just
yeah, absolutely.
like,
No, we're never done.
oh, good.
It's so
Oh,
good. Thank you,
thank
Deborah,
you
so
so
much.
much. Oh,
All right, let's
Congratulations, you're
continue.
gonna do well.
Yes, go get him, Deborah. Donna Maria wrote.
oh, thank you.
All right, Lorene, let's go to you. Welcome to the call.
Yes, thank you. Happy New Year.
Happy New
Happy
Year.
New Year.
Yes, it's exciting. I actually am closing out in 2023. Both fathers had passed,
Mm,
my husband's and mine, and it's been a process. And yet we're both choosing to clear that slate, and yet there is some upset with my own father. And so I would like to get some input of that transition from grief to who I really am. I'm taking so many notes and how just some suggestions and some thoughts for this upcoming year that I can take away and honor myself and honor my husband and who we were as care providers for so many years, and start the new year.
Hmm. They're telling me you're already doing it,
Mhm.
and you're doing a really beautiful job,
Mhm.
and that every word you speak has so much power. It literally I want this process to be elegant and
Mhm.
literally a blanket of peace.
Mhm.
It just goes out. So you're already doing it. If you feel like there's more you could be doing, that's your old slave persona whipping at your back. And go ahead and just send that persona back to the light. But you're already doing it. It looks like was somebody not able to forgive the other one? Or was
I'm not,
there like
yeah, I'm
forcing?
not, yeah, I think my father, I knew something with my parents, and I don't think he forgave me for that, and he removed me from his will that I didn't realize. That was a very shock that I committed to him and his business, and then he removed me in the will in that after something, one day this will be yours. he left that legacy to the grandchildren because I didn't have children. So that was a hard place to forgive. Not about the money, but just he broke his word.
Okay. I'm hearing him say, he just wasn't looking at it clearly. He's really sorry about that. He's really sorry about that. He also is looking down and he's saying, you're gonna do very, very well. So whatever you're looking at as your act 3, you're going to be very happy. He's actually going to help from the other side, help make that. He's very sorry. He's saying he just didn't understand something. He certainly didn't know that it was going to hurt you the way that it did.
Yeah, I think that's the hardest part is just that he left it to my brother and his kids, not about the material, but just I was the only one that helped him in that business.
Mhm.
And my brother has a smug thing of not giving it to me. And so that's just been a challenge, is that narcissistic. But, I understand, life moves on.
Well, the way that I'm actually looking at it is there's something about that money that would not have propelled you to move
Mhm.
forward to do
Mhm.
what you were meant to do.
Mhm. Yes.
And so I want for you to keep looking for the blessings.
Mhm.
Whatever you're thinking about doing is going to bring you so much happiness, so much bliss, a lot of abundance. You aren't even going to look back except to say, thank goodness I didn't, get that inheritance. And then I don't think that you're the kind of person that would just kind of sit back and like, okay, I'm just going to now not do anything. But this actually put more of a fire in your belly.
Mhm.
Nice.
Nice.
Hey,
Yeah, I'm just,
Lorraine, do you know that your father loved you?
Um, you know, it was really a hard read because I think ancestral, he no matter what I did, it was never enough. I worked at the restaurant, I did everything, but he said it, but then it was that Italian, the brother gets everything. He got everything 20 years ago, and I did do all of it on my own. But I think when he did that last step of removing me, that just hurt from the soul of,
Hmm.
you promised me that and you broke your word. Not about the property, but just you broke your word.
You promised that you were going to show me that you're going to love me finally.
Right,
And finally, when you had the opportunity to do it, you didn't even show me then.
right.
Wow. So
and I'm,
and Karen, I want you to add to this, but I want to share this with you also, Lorraine.
Mhm.
Know that there's grace and wisdom and mastery in acknowledging resentment and anger. Know that that shadow, what we would call a shadow, is an energy that you don't have to deny yourself because you have to be the good girl or the good spiritual one or pretend for everything to be okay. There's alchemy and grace that comes through that energy that is also a propulsion into what you're creating next. And so, on a soul level, the rocket fuel that your father has given you for what you can create beyond supposedly what was left
Yes.
is greater than anything that he could have left behind physically. And on a soul level, the love is so tremendous because he knew what you're capable of. And I just
Well,
want
and
to share that with you.
I think there was also a point when he was in the nursing home. It created a level of me feeding him and taking care of me, and I think my husband was left out too. And it was like let's drive down 9 hours and go get him out of the hospital because it's his birthday and we didn't think twice. And when I sat across from him, I think there's a level of compassion that I would have never received, where it was a gift, so there is so much. And yet I haven't know how to step into, like you say, that grace of, I'm just, yeah, I haven't had
The
words.
grace of being pissed off.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, how did you do this?
Karen, you were going to share something else. You might want to go deeper with Karen in the session because
Yeah, I'm
I had a
afraid.
past life session with Karen. I didn't know it was going to be a past life session, and it like cleared lifetimes of stuff in like 10 seconds. It was crazy what that illuminated. But that's just, I'm not going to promise that for your session, but
No,
I'm telling you
right, no,
one of my experiences.
yes.
Oh, Karen, you were going to share something else?
Yeah, your dad is also saying the way that he was raised and the way that he believed and he sees now that it was completely inaccurate is that the man takes care of the family and he just assumed that was your husband's responsibility. It wasn't, it was just ignorance.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
It was just ignorance. He's very, very sorry. He never meant that to strike
Yeah,
your heart like
I
that.
think that's the hard part. My husband's like, I don't know how to help you. I want to make this better. He goes, I don't understand why your dad did that. So it's, I don't want to take it into the new year. I really want to be able to move forward. And I really honor and thank you for this time.
Blessings to you, Lorraine. Thanks for calling in.
Thank you so much, John. Thank you, Karen.
Y'all,
Yep.
we're running at the top of the call, but Karen, can we take another caller?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, we'll take one more and then we'll finish up for today's call, y'all. I feel something coming through. Y'all, the special offer with Karen. Click on the link in the chat box, go to the marketplace on the website. It's amazing sessions. The 4 weeks are going to be just for 2025. The energies are just like, wow, coming through. So wonderful to step into that with this frequency that Karen holds. And with that, Samantha, let's go to you.
Hello, John. Hello, Karen.
Hi, how are you?
Good. This has been fun. And I just want to say I've been enjoying your background, your artwork, and your hands, the beauty of your hands moving. So it's been fun to watch. So my question for you is that I feel like I've shifted into a place I've never been before, which is more comfortable. It's stepping out of heaviness or stepping toward levity, which is something I don't have a lot of practice with. And the messaging I'm getting is to very much go for levity and joy this year if I do nothing else. And my question related to that is, since this is such a big shift for me, it's calling into question a lot of what I've done before for work. And so I've kind of given myself January to rest and to listen and to reset. And if nothing seems clear for moving forward in an earning capacity after January, I know I'm going to feel the pressure, the traditional pressure of, get moving, girl, and start feeling like I should be pushing myself because I should be taking action. So I'm wondering what you have to say around that.
You are, your information is absolutely correct. Enjoy this January, play, find just high vibration, just find out what makes you the happiest. You have a brand new beginning. You're never going to go back to that drudgery. I think that what's going to happen is, you're kind of looking through, brand new innocent eyes, and they want you to rediscover what makes you happy, what makes your tail wag, what is like really fulfilling for you. There's a lot of, just kind of You've planted a lot of seeds. You've just got a lot of, I'm just looking at greenery coming up. And for some reason, they're saying spring. And so I just, kind of play in your head the way that you would when you were a little tiny girl. And, when you would say, I think I'm going to be a teacher. And then you'd have your friends around and then you would play teacher. And like, was that fun? It's like, no, that wasn't quite as fun as I thought it would be. What would I like to be? I'd like to be a dancer. Okay. And you'd pull the trunk out and get all your fairy dresses and, dance. And that is what they want you to do. Just try everything on. Try everything on. It looks like you're going to be in a brand new direction. And they're saying by spring. So you may have a little bit of discomfort with time, but you're going to be in a brand new direction.
And I will hear that if I listen, huh?
You will hear it, you're going to know it, you're going to see it. What'll happen is as you're playing in this, in this energy, you'll get, you'll kind of sense an energy and you'll kind of pay attention to it. And if your emotional space connects to it, you'll see a picture. Or you'll just have a knowing. One of the other things that my guides have said just recently to me, and I'm making this recommendation to everybody, is if you were to just journal for the next 7 days, and every day, maybe like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, no big commitment, but or open up a page, date it, and then ask the question you want to know, and then just wait for yourself to start automatically writing. And when I do it, I oftentimes have a half a page of blah, 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 blah. Come on, you guys, blah, blah, blah. But you'll start getting this information. You'll get the answers. And if you were to do that for just 7 days, you would start the process of having the downloads coming in that you could access. The reason I say dating it is because you can tell time, which none of us can do, but you'll be able to learn how to tell time based on how long the manifestations took.
Got it.
Powerful.
Great.
All right.
Wow.
So congratulations.
Yeah,
Thank you.
this is
Thank
you are.
you.
you're exactly where you're supposed to be.
I have personally been in, and I know a lot of people who are in that stillness right now in the midst of a big shift that's occurring, not knowing what the shift is, but knowing it's happening simultaneously. It's like, what am I supposed to really? I'm supposed to rest and do nothing and just kind of like, I mean, we're not really doing nothing. We're working on so many different realms, aligning and attuning and bringing it into here as well. And y'all get that. We can talk, we can have those conversations on these calls because there's so much reconciliation that's happening beyond our physical world for our individuated experiences. It's amazing what's coming through. So the rest is also because you're busy in other places and you're bringing it all in, and it's all coming to this like beautiful perfection of a budding that's ready to blossom in a new way. So wonderful. So way to listen to your guidance, way to be still and breathe. And I love what Karen's sharing with you. It's good news. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks so
Yeah.
much.
All right, Samantha, thank you so
No,
much.
it's beautiful. Yeah, have fun in the silence. Have fun in the nothingness.
Yes. Enjoy it while you've got it.
Right.
Well,
Exactly.
it's, what happens for me is I go through this thing on like, oh, I'm being kind of lazy here. Am I dropping the ball here? I need to, and just, I have just created 2 weeks of stuff now I have to heal. So just like, ooh, what am I going to do today? What am I, I got nothing to do. I'm going to lay in bed. I'm going to look at the ceiling and I am going to listen to a love song. I'm going to sing it
Nice.
so loud and so out of tune. I'm going to laugh at myself.
I love that. I love that. We're doing our love songs. We're having love songs date tonight, y'all.
We're
Whoever
doing
wants to
love song.
join.
We're going to do love song week.
amazing.
Yes.
Oh my God, Karen, this has been amazing. Thank you so
Yeah.
much. What a potent call. You're
Mm.
just so spot on with what's coming through and connected. And y'all come back and listen, well, to the whole call, the beginning, the 2025, the wave, I'll call it. Just epic. Epics. Again, so much wisdom here. Thank you for what you do, how you do it, the love in which you show up in, Karen. Just thank you, thank you, thank you.
And right back at you.
Mm. Mm. Thank you, love.
I'm here
Thank you.
because you're there.
Mhm. Y'all, it's a blessing to be here with all of y'all. Thank you for sharing this time with me and with us, and looking forward to what we're creating together. Looking forward to seeing you on the next call. And until then, again, I bow to you and namaste. Bye, everybody.
Beautiful. Bye-bye. I love you all.